Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going on a bit of a journey into some of the most profound wisdom from Islamic tradition. We're going to uncover some really powerful lessons on faith, perseverance, and just daily life that have been guiding people for centuries.
So, to get us started, let's frame our whole conversation around one central question. What are the hidden lessons in ancient wisdom? These timeless teachings have this incredible power to offer guidance, and we're going to unpack some amazing examples today.
All right, first up on our journey, Part 1, Pillars of Excellence. We're going to start by looking at some of the most revered figures in the faith, people whose lives are just powerful examples of what strength and devotion look like. And that brings us to a really interesting question. Have you ever wondered who are considered the four most superior women in paradise, or Jannah, as it's known in Islam? Their stories are just celebrated as these perfect models of piety, strength, and unwavering faith.
So here they are. First, you have Hazrat Khadija. She wasn't just the Prophet Muhammad's first wife, she was this incredible businesswoman and his biggest supporter. Then there's his daughter Hazrat Fatima, known for her deep piety and compassion. Of course, there's Hazrat Maryam, the mother of Jesus, revered for her purity. And finally, Hazrat Asiya, the Pharaoh's wife, who actually defied him to save the baby Moses. Each one is just a pillar of faith and courage.
Okay, so from these amazing women, we're going to jump back in time for Part 2, Echoes of the Prophets. This is where we get into some foundational stories with some seriously deep lessons.
Wow, just look at this number for a second. 950. What does that even mean? Well, that's how many years the prophet Nuh, who you might know as Noah, spent calling his people to faith. 950 years. Can you even imagine that? It's just an unbelievable testament to patience and commitment.
And to really get a sense of the challenge he was up against, get this. It was during his time that idol worship actually started. So for almost 1,000 years, he wasn't just inviting people to believe, he was trying to bring them back from this brand new form of disbelief. Just an absolutely massive task.
All right, from a story about incredible patience, let's shift gears to a story of miracles. So here's a question for you. Have you ever heard of a holy site being built by an army that, well, wasn't completely human?
The place we're talking about is Beit ul-Muqaddas, a sacred mosque right in Jerusalem. And the story of how it was built is just mind-blowing, and it's all connected to one of the most powerful and uniquely blessed prophets in history.
And that prophet was Hazrat Sulaiman, or Solomon. His army was something else. It wasn't just made up of people. He had command over the jinn, these unseen spiritual beings, and even birds. And it was this incredible, unique force that he commanded to build Beit ul-Muqaddas. Just amazing to think about.
Okay, so we've looked at these incredible stories of faith and prophecy. For our final section, the believer's compass, we're going to bring it all inward. This is all about practical wisdom, stuff you and I can use to navigate our own lives.
So think about this. How do you actually end hatred or conflict with someone? Islamic tradition has this beautiful and really simple two-step guide. First, you just have to acknowledge the conflict. And second, you give a gift, or a hadiyah. It sounds so simple, right? But that single act of generosity is seen as powerful enough to soften hearts and just dissolve all that negativity.
Now this really gets to the heart of what a believer's inner state is all about. It's not just about knowing the difference between good, neki, and evil, barai, like you'd learn from a book. No, the sign of a true believer is having this innate sensitivity, a deep intuitive gut feeling that helps them tell the difference. It's like having an internal moral compass that's always pointing in the right direction.
And finally, let's talk about something super practical. What in the world is sajda sahu? Well, the way it's explained is just brilliant. Think of it as a corrective patch. If you're in your prayer and you make a small, unintentional mistake, you forget something maybe, this prostration of forgetfulness acts like a patch. It fixes that little glitch and makes sure your worship is still complete and valid. What a great way to think about it, right?
So, we've covered a lot today, haven't we? From stories of exemplary faith to prophetic history to really practical guidance. As we wrap things up, I just want to leave you with this question. Which piece of wisdom are you going to carry with you today? Maybe it's the sheer patience of a prophet or the simple power of a gift. Whatever it is, I hope you found something meaningful. Thanks so much for joining me.